right, guys, so we are back in the studio here again at Q95FM for another episode of Town Talk. Today's special guest is here to give us the scoop on an upcoming event called Dancing for the Shelter, happening at the McGuire Center in Prestonsburg, Kentucky on November the 1st. The event will feature local civic, business, and community leaders that will be showcasing their best moves for a wonderful cause. We have Mickey McGuire here. He is a local attorney and also, I've heard, an incredible dancer. So, Mickey, what should we be expecting from this Friday?
Well, let me tell you a little bit about our homeless shelter first. We have a board of directors of 15 people, and we started out, we barely had 2 people that would show up 5 years ago. And it took 4 years of people that just wouldn't give up, and it kept working because, especially with the economy here, we have homeless people. In Floyd County, it's different than in a city because people here that are homeless are embarrassed about being homeless. So they don't necessarily stand out where you can see them. They don't want to be identified as homeless. It's not like you go to a city park in a big city and see 50 homeless people. Well, because of that, lots of times they're not served. We have people that were barely getting by, that lost jobs, that lost employment, that never thought they would be homeless, but because of the economy, they ended up that way. Sometimes people with children. So we talk to the resource centers at the school, the directors, and we've also talked to the people at Mud Creek Clinic. And we were told, there's a lot of people that we know are homeless. They don't want you to know it. You may stand with them in line at a fast food restaurant today. You may be in line with them. They'll try to be neat and clean as they can be, but they don't necessarily want anybody to know that they're homeless. We have been blessed with the kind of community we live in, because I think unlike in some urban areas, people around here really care, and we've been overwhelmed at the public support. The people here, they take care of people. They worry about people, and they'll step up and say, I'm going to help you. So eventually we got our homeless shelter, and it was a struggle. The government regulation almost killed us. At times, I'm an attorney, so I'm used to fighting regulations and complying with rules. But even for me, it was just like unbelievable complication that bureaucracy and government kept us from opening. Last winter, at Christmas time, it was like down around 0. I had people sleeping underneath bridges, and I have people in Frankfurt tell me I'm not allowed to open because I don't have a 1-hour firewall. Well, there's a door to the outside from the bedroom, so nobody's going to stay in the building for an hour while it's burning, and I've got people freezing under a bridge. But the rules are the rules, and they've over-regulated so many things because nobody tried to stop them. But we were blessed. We eventually got open in March. Since we opened in March, we've had over 100 people come through our homeless shelter. And of those 100, we've taken each of them. We have a computer there. We have internet at the homeless shelter. We help them apply for jobs. There's at least a dozen that are working full-time right now that were homeless, that we helped them get employment. There's people with medical problems that just couldn't get through the paperwork, and we got it straightened out for them and got an appointment and got their prescriptions and got them settled down again. Sometimes there's people that just can't organize their life. They just need somebody, they don't have family or whatever, that will help them to sit down and say, this is how much you get a month. This is how much you can afford in rent. You've got to save so much for water. You've got to save so much for electricity, those type things. And so we have counselors that sit and work with these people and try to get them on a schedule. We have over 50 people now that we've been able to find permanent housing for, so we can say they're unhomeless. They were homeless. They are not anymore, and that's a blessing. And the only reason that my board was able to do that was because of the people from Floyd County that stepped up, that have given us their support, that have donated to the shelter, because we didn't get any government funding. This has all been from contributions here within the county. We have great people. We have great businesses. I know those people in business to make a profit. but they thought it was important in our community. And we have two major sponsors for the event this year, and who have contributed a substantial amount of money to the homeless shelter, and that's Kinzer Drilling Company and ARH. And we're blessed to have them in our community. The fact that they would reach out and put a major commitment to the homeless shelter to financially back it has been a blessing. But also the little people. You wouldn't believe how many people, those people in the homeless shelter have to be fed every night. And some family in Floyd County cooks dinner for 14 people and drives it to Martin, Kentucky, and feeds 14 homeless people every night of the year. We have people, we have a calendar lined up, and on the calendar we have who's volunteered for tonight, tomorrow night, the next night, the next night. We have that calendar about 75% filled up for the next 6 months of people that said, our family, or our church, or our civic organization, our club is going to bring dinner on a certain night, or maybe 2 or 3 nights in a row. And so the people that have stepped forward to help us, we've operated since March, and we're blessed to have so many people, big and small, that have stepped up. So this is the big event. This is our one big fundraiser for the year, and we have to have sufficient money to operate our shelter for a whole year. Last year we were able to raise $43,000 from this one event. And so we need some more sponsors. We need some more contributions. We need to sell some more tickets. The MAC holds 1,047 people. Last year we sold 1,047 tickets. And so, but just because we did, that doesn't mean it'll sell out this year. So we need people to contact the MAC Arts Center. It's Friday night, this coming Friday, at 7 o'clock, and it's a great show. We have a great lineup. We have, you wouldn't believe how hard these people work. We ask people if you've ever seen the show Dancing with the Stars. Well, our program is run just like Dancing with the Stars. What we do is take people who have never danced in their lives, that don't want to dance, and said, Mickey, can I just give money? I can't dance. And I said, no, I can't sell tickets on that. I got to have you dancing in it. And they've stepped forward in an area they're very uncomfortable with. It's not, can I do something else? No, you have to dance. And so then I put them with a dance partner, and I put them with a dance partner that can already dance. And they get lessons for 6 weeks. And for 6 weeks, they bust their butt to get as good as they can, because it's a contest. And you know something? They all want to win. And they're working so hard. And so we just have, and let me tell you about the people that are in it, because it's amazing that we can get people like this to do it. Dr. Zika is president of the Big Sandy Community College. She has a big job. She has a lot of responsibility. She's got all kinds of people that she needs to take care of, and problems running the college, and faculty and students and all these people. She donates her time to dance in this event, and she'll be dancing again this year. Robbie Williams, our brand new county judge executive, he said, Mickey, you don't know, this job is overwhelming. I'm in meetings all day. I'm going to Frankfurt to get money for our county. He said, I'm all over. I've got to go to T-Berry and Wheelwright, and I've got to go to Wright Beaver, and I've got to go, to Betsy Lane. And he said, I just can't do it. I said, Robbie, we need you for the homeless people. And he sucked it up, and he's been there ever practicing. He's got a great routine, by the way. I got to see him. Mayor Les Stapleton, that danced with us last year, is dancing with a lady who is a very good dancer. She's a chiropractor, Bonnie Hensley, and she's here in Prestonsburg. But she's also a dance instructor. And Les has a routine. We have Terry Kinzer Crum that's dancing, and she's a fitness instructor that works at Foxy Fitness. This was really amazing. A lot of people probably realize that our hospital, Highlands, was purchased by ARH. And so Appalachian Healthcare picked a new CEO. This man is moving here from West Virginia. He takes over responsibility of the whole hospital. It's a huge job, and he's dancing in our event, Tim Hatfield. And Tim is just an amazingly nice guy. I think we're blessed to have him take over our hospital. I think he really wants the hospital to be part of the community, and that's why they contributed to the Dancing for Shelter program, and that's why they got Tim to dance at it. I don't know how much vote Tim had. I talked to their marketing director, and she said, he'll do it. So that's great, and we're really glad to have him. We have a pastor of Fitzpatrick Baptist Church, Tommy Reed, who said, Mickey, he said, I can't dance, and I don't even want to dance, but he said, if it'll help the homeless shelter, if it'll help you, I'll do it. So he showed up in church the next Sunday, and he said, listen, Mickey McGuire talked me into this. I'm doing it for the homeless people. And he's the pastor of the church. He said, I want you all to know that tickets are $700 a piece, and you don't want to come because I don't want any of you all to see me dance. So, but I think a lot of people are going to come see Tommy Reed dance. We have Melissa Turner, who is the new principal of Prestonsburg Elementary School, and I have been amazed how athletic Melissa is. She's going to surprise some people. I tell you what, all these people want to win. I was surprised how athletic Melissa is. She's going to do a really good job. So we have contestants that have worked their heart out. And then a good friend of mine who owns Clark Hall Insurance, Dick Clark, is dancing in our event. And for Dick, most people know he's handicapped. He only has one leg, and he is dancing in our event, and he is giving it. Nobody is trying less hard than Dick Clark. I mean, he is absolutely amazing. He has a wonderful partner. He's dancing with Charlotte Soder, and Charlotte has been a dance instructor here in Floyd County for as long as I've known her. She's very theatrical. She's very, very good show person. And in fact, they're practicing right now as we speak while I'm in here. So we're glad to have him. We have also a list of entertainers that are going to perform. And Dr. Courtney Turner, she's a psychiatrist with Mountain Comp, and she is actually a very good dancer. Before she went to medical school, she danced quite a bit. And she's going to do a routine with her daughter, Rosalind, to this song, You've Got a Friend. I think that's from Toy Story. And it is going to be, it's going to be an awesome routine. We have judges that are going to judge our event. We have Freddie Goebel, who plays Monroe in the Kentucky Opry, and he's going to play, he's going to be one of the judges. I have Miss Shepard from Dance Etc., Jody Shepard. And, of course, she's an awesome person, and she's volunteered to take her time to be one of our judges. She was a judge last year. And then we have a good friend of mine, Jessica Fields from Louisville, Kentucky. She has a dance studio there called Got to Dance. And she was my former dance partner when I was a dance competitor many years ago, and we danced together competitively. We were partners, and we won a world championship together in Sweden and many years ago. But she was my dance partner. We went all the way over there, and I wouldn't show up when they announced the awards because I didn't think we had a chance, and we won. So they had one of those podiums like they do in the Olympics where you have one higher than the other, and she had to stand up there by herself because I wouldn't show up. I didn't think we had a chance. So,
how long have you been dancing for?
I've been dancing since I started dancing in about 1995, and I was going down the road one day, and they said that they were giving free dance lessons at a place called Center Stage that doesn't exist anymore, and I looked at my girlfriend, and she said yes, and we went in, and they taught the tush push, and I tried my best, and when we left, I said, I'll never do that again. And so it was the class was taught by a guy named J.J. Johnson and his wife Charlene, and they taught line dancing. But I went back, and I went several times, and then later I started taking dance lessons like how to two-step and waltz and cha-cha from a lady named Nadina DeLong, who is from Paintsville. And her and Terry Priest used to teach. I had classes out at Martin.
Can you jitterbug?
Can I jitterbug? I can jitterbug. I can rumba. I can cha-cha. I can tango.
Oh, wow.
I can do the waltz.
What's your favorite? What's your favorite dance?
You know, it's always the one I'm working on. It was kind of funny because when I first started dancing, you were supposed to learn a whole bunch of dances. There was like 6 different dances you were supposed to do in this comp. And my worst dance was waltz. And even though it looks easy because it's so slow, it's actually one of the most difficult because you're just balanced like one toe all the time, and you're connected with each other, and you have to move exactly in unison. It can't be like the guy starts moving and she starts.
You got to have rhythm and a sixth sense to really.
So I worked on it and worked on it and worked on it, and the more I worked on it, it became my favorite dance. And eventually, when I was competing, it was the dance I was never beat in, and it was my worst one to start with.
Yeah.
So my favorite dance has always been whichever one I'm working on. I was in Louisville yesterday for lessons, and so yesterday I worked on West Coast Swing, and we did Texas two-step, really fast, really fast music. And we did some cha-cha yesterday.
Nice. Awesome. So, as we know, this area is full of very big hearts and a lot of magic, and it takes very special people to step out of their comfort zones and do something they wouldn't typically do to support the good people that are unfortunately in a bad situation. And I love what you all are doing. So if you're listening right now, we want you to know that you are invited to be a part of this incredible night of dancing to benefit the Floyd County Homeless Shelter. And Mickey, how exactly does this voting work? How do people vote for their favorites, and how do people go about actually donating if they cannot make it to the event?
We have a funny way we pick the winner. And so people can call in and vote for their favorite couple right now. And it's free. You can call from any cell phone, from any phone. The system is set up so you only get one vote per device. But if you have a phone, any of those people I named off, they all are on Facebook. They all want your support. And so we take the public vote, and then the night of the event, we have voting inside the building, and then the judges vote. And we have Steve Pack, a CPA, who takes those 3 numbers, compiles them together, and narrows it down to the top 3. And then we have a dance-off with the top 3. And so, but right now, you can call in and vote for any of those people that I named off. And the phone number you call is 606-220-2880. If you call that number, then you need to text the name of the contestant that you want to vote for, first name and last name. So if it's Les Stapleton, if it's Sherry Zika, if it's Tim Hatfield, you need to text that. Or you can also vote online, a computer, and it doesn't cost anything, but these people would really appreciate it. They've all worked hard. They're all doing it for the homeless shelter, and so if you can give them some support, I know they'll appreciate it. So to go online, it's bit.ly/, and then it's Dancing for Shelter, all small case, no spaces altogether. DANCINGFORSHELTER, just spelled out. And if you go on, it'll come up on the screen, all the different couples, and you just click the one you want to dance for. Vote for.
Well, it's been very, very nice having you here, and I appreciate you coming in and talking about all of this, and I hope all of our listeners, they come out to the show.
It really helps us. Thank you.